Good time because we have a returned guest tonight. I talked to this guy not that long ago. He's had a fight. I'm not. I'm not sure what happened. I'm gonna let him let you talk to us. And once again, my man, Mr. Dakota Highpine. What's up, man?
Yes, sir. What's up? How you doing?
So I'm good. I'm good. So how did the fight go?
So we didn't come out with the victory. We went out. We did our thing though. We represented Montana. Um, that was the first time like my management team that kind of like I was a part of or like started. We all went out together and we represented Montana. But in the third round, I got a knockdown and uh like I was recovered and everything. I don't know why they waved the fight off, but um, I just fought a well-rounded fighter. Got a couple knockdowns. I did find out that he was a three-time regional and three-time state um, Golden Gloves champion. So he was pretty good. He was well-rounded. I've had a lot of fights as well, but he's got some good accolades.
But from what it sounds like, you said the fight was an early stoppage.
Yeah, in the third round.
Yeah, in the third round. And what do you know the time was in the third round?
I do not.
Yeah, that could say a lot. Do you think it was rigged?
Um,
Do you think the referee was just a little overzealous?
yeah, kinda, cause I was up and I was recovered. I was ready to go. Um, but I'm not sure. Different athletic commissions. I don't know how they work, but I
Yeah,
guess they had like a 3 knockdown rule on the fight or something like that.
yeah. I have never. I only know one commissioner, and I actually used to train under him. Which is Jeff Mullen, but he's out of Vegas, but he's from Tennessee.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with Jeff Mullen or not, but anyway, but the thing about it is that I've heard that some of these commissioners, can be very stuck up, uptight, overzealous, all these other things, and it reflects on their referees.
Yeah, and like having the other person win or choosing a favorite just because they're from that state.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a possibility. I'm not going to say who it is, but one of the athletic commissioners, I never met him, but I've heard three different times on three separate occasions that this guy is kind of a prick. And, one of the athletic commissioners, I'm not sure how it would affect my ability to be able to get inside press conferences and stuff like that. And I'll expose his name if necessary, but I've heard that he's just kind of a jerk. So,
Yeah. There can be those types of people. It's probably just the money hungry type. Oh, I'm better than everybody.
right.
There is those types of people, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Now I will say this: I only reason why I mentioned Jeff Mullen's name is because number one, I trained under him, and number two, Jeff doesn't always. Jeff used to be a judge, and Jeff didn't always make the best decisions as judges, in my opinion. But he was also, but that was he didn't do it out of any type of favoritism or anything like that. He did it out of
Yeah,
what he thought was what was the better round, so to speak. So I'll vouch for Jeff Mullins. That being said, other commissioners and stuff like that, man, they can just. I feel like a lot of them. I'm not saying you have to be a fighter to be a commissioner, but I feel like that you're playing with people's, livelihood whenever you don't make good decisions.
yeah, and their future and like,
Right.
yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from on that.
Yeah. So I hate it that it didn't go your way. I mean, I was looking forward to, you having more success with it, but as we live to fight another day, right?
Yep. I'm just getting straight back to it. I've been back in the gym almost every day since, so I can't wait to just get back and go fight again. I'm currently looking, so I'm gonna just do everything I can to get right back. I don't like to wait and I don't like to do the hiatus like, oh, 3 months here, 6 months here, stuff like that. It's just
Right.
you have
Are you
no
planning?
you have no improvement on those like points.
No, and you're just doing straight kickboxing, right?
Just boxing.
Just boxing.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, or bare knuckle too. I'm trying to get a contract for BKFC right now as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, BKFC. I see you got your uniform on. Hey guys, y'all, come on, man. Let's take a look at this
Yeah,
guy, man. Let's take a look at this guy.
yeah,
So
and
he's
so I got a couple of sponsor shirts, and I usually wear them around Great Falls and wherever I live. And when I wear it, people come up, ask me what team I'm on, stuff like that, where I represent, and I tell them like my name is Montana Dak. This is where I'm from, and this is what I represent.
right.
And
No, I
most fighters represent themselves, but I'd rather represent the state I fight out of because they back me every time I go fight.
that's good. I mean, it's it's nice to have. I mean, like Sean O'Malley's from Montana, if I'm not mistaken, and
Yeah, he's
you
from
know,
Helena, about 76 miles from where I'm from.
yeah. I mean, he's very proud. He's very proud of where he comes from too. So,
Yep.
and so that's the thing about it. And I've always wanted to visit Montana. I don't know what it's like up there, but I've always wanted to visit up there.
Oh man, the sunsets are way different than any other thing in any other state. Like the sunsets are the best, and then early in the morning, like 5:30, 6 o'clock, the best time because the birds are like super quiet, but they still chirp,
Right.
and it's just calm mornings all the time.
Man, I wish I could. Man, I wish I could live up there. Man, maybe one day. I don't know if it's affordable, but maybe one day I could retire in a place like that.
Yeah, I believe it's affordable. It's a little pricey here and there, but we don't do taxes. It's a tax-free state.
Oh, I didn't know, like sales tax.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I've been to New Hampshire, same concept. So
Yeah. They don't have sale tax in New Hampshire?
not to the best of my knowledge. I was up there back in October, and I didn't. I don't think they had sales tax up there.
Oh, that's sweet. Because most places do.
Yeah, we don't have. I forget what the tax. I'm from Tennessee, so there's a tax that we don't pay. I believe it's. Oh gosh, what is it? I can't remember what the tax is, but there's one tax here that we don't pay, which makes it good to be in Tennessee. So not too bad.
Uh, so is it true, like, if you go to a different state and you don't pay taxes in your state, can you not pay the tax when you buy something at a different state?
All good questions. I don't know.
Because I heard that, but I haven't really looked into it much. Because every time I go and fight, I'm always paying pretty pretty high tax, but I'm from Montana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm with you on that. So, what is your plan as far as your next? Like, what do you plan on your next fight being?
Um, Within the next few months, I'm hoping by next month, uh, end of next month, hopefully. I'm just looking out for a contract right now. I got a few like shot to me, but they don't sound right, and well, not the money. The money's not right there, you know. So there's a couple of factors that put you into taking a contract,
Mm.
like the opponent, the the money, travel and hotel, stuff like that. And then if I could get sponsoring by the time I have to go fight.
Yeah, it's. I just got through interviewing somebody, and he said that sponsorship was easy for him these days. I'm like, how does that happen? Where sponsorship becomes easy? Jeez, that's
Yeah, sometimes sponsors are easy. I would have to say around the first of the year,
Yeah.
and then like 6 months after. But in between there, it's kind of scarce. You never really know. And some people cut back because of prices throughout the year and stuff like that as well. So it's kind of like a hit or miss in some places.
Yeah.
And I usually try to just do local because everybody local, like, I'd rather represent something from where I'm from.
No, I get it. I mean, I don't have a problem depending on the product when it comes to nationwide stuff, like maybe like a supplement or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. And well, yeah, I do a supplement one that's from Total Nutrition and Tanning, field supplements. And they're pretty good. Their pre-workout is probably some of the best pre-workout I've ever used. Their after recovery proteins, like, even better. So,
No, I get it. My my pre protein is recovery is 7 brew coffee. So
yeah, I like that.
ain't nothing to it. I couldn't remember the. I couldn't remember though. Did you? I'm drawing a blank here. Is is your like you said you had a girlfriend, right?
Yep.
Was she there?
Uh, right now?
No, not right now. I'm talking about when was she at the fight?
No, I did have a bunch of like flat family that I've never met. They flew out into Utah and a couple drove out, and that was the first time I've ever met any of them in 30 years. And then, like, my sister had an old friend, and she saw I was coming down to fight there, and she came out to watch me fight. She bought me some food. Like, I just went down there with surrounded by good people that were ready for me to show out.
Oh, good, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that because you can't. I mean, you can't do this without some sort of support, even if it's just teammates or something like that.
Yeah. And I don't know, my management team, like the guy that helps me promote myself, he's been, I think 24 years I've been friends with him. And like the other guy that fought was Eric Lopez. I fought on a BKFC card with him. And us three, we went down, and my little brother also lives down in Utah as well. So probably like 30 minutes away from where I was.
So you have fought on the BK. You have bought on the BK. What's the initials?
The BKFC?
Yeah.
Yep. I've got like 5 fights. I fought Jeremiah Scott, Brian Duran, Eric Dodson, Coda Greenwood, and Ryan Ibsen.
One of those names sounds familiar. I'm looking it up right now. I'm Googling it. BKDC. BK what?
FC.
FC. Fighting.
Like Duran is pretty good. He's out of Miami. Uh he's pretty well rounded. He hopped in there with no experience, but he's gone pretty far in the sport.
Yeah. I I've seen some like big time fighters like Chris Lieben and uh, Gabriel Gonzaga, who went up for the world champion, almost 20 years ago. And I've seen a lot of these guys, and you fought in that, huh?
Yeah.
But you're amateur though, right?
No, I'm pro.
Are you pro? I thought you were amateur. Why don't I?
No, I've been pro since 2023.
Okay. So that would explain it though. But I don't get to watch those fights as much because I never know when they are. I have to figure. I need to follow them on Instagram or something. That way, I can just get it out the way, and then I'll know. Because they have that karate combat, and they've got the bare knuckle, all that good jazz.
Yeah, in BKB, there's the Mighty Trigon. There's there's a lot of big promotions coming up right now. Plus the BKFC Iced, where they do the hockey fighting.
What?
Yeah, you're in hockey gear and you fight, but with it, I think it's like 3 fights you do with 4 ounce gloves, and then after those 3 fights, you go no gloves.
Or after those 3 rounds?
Yeah, no, after the three like initial to get in fights.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't
Kind of
know.
like, because it's a new sport, so we got to know what the CTE stuff is on it, and because that's a lot of pressure. If somebody hits you pretty good at the right angle, you could fold like a lawn chair.
Well, of course. I mean, it's, and I don't understand why it would be any more different than like bare knuckle unless there's something I'm missing here.
I wouldn't think so. Um, I would just think, since if you slip, you might hit him at the right angle or something and hit him a little bit harder, or hurt their back in some type of way because you're on skates. And I'm not sure if it's like real ice or if it's synthetic,
Yeah.
but I would say synthetics ice is probably harder to skate on than regular.
Yeah. What is the synthetic ice? Like fake ice?
Uh, like fake ice. And it's like probably 3/4 inch thick or half-inch thick. It, I don't know how to explain it really.
Right.
Um,
And that's fine. I mean, it's above my head, so I mean, I don't understand.
yeah,
You know,
me too. I never really looked into how that works.
I mean, a lot of the stuff is above my head when it comes to trying to figure out. It's like the power slap thing. Like,
Yeah. I would not let, I don't know. I wouldn't stand there and let somebody smack me.
no, I wouldn't either. My dad thought of a concept. I'm not sure how good it would be, but I feel like these guys find these concepts like while they're sitting at a bar drinking beer. I mean, like you're talking about hockey fighting and power slap, and it's the equivalent to arm wrestling. I don't understand why somebody like Dana White hasn't taken the concept arm wrestling his own and make it into added into the Ultimate Fighting Championship, so to speak.
Yeah. I would do jousting, like old fashioned jousting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you get like TKO promotions behind it. I could see some jousting would be awesome. I mean, obviously you'd have to get guys to inspect it to the nine so that there's nobody would get killed in it. But
That's I don't know. In sports like that, you got to understand they've been around for thousands of years and people get hurt, but if you protect yourself with the right armor, I think everything will come out right.
yeah, unless you're doing power slap.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you're going to have a lot of CTE problems. Your neck is probably going to hurt and your face is probably going to get pretty swollen.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. I think it was the welterweight champion. I saw him fight. I'm trying to get him on my show, and his face was swollen in the middle of the bout.
No way.
It's amazing he couldn't see. But
I seen one that was like that, and this guy's face was all swelled up. He got slapped, and like all the blood spat out onto the whole crowd.
oh man, you can have it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm good. I mean, I respect it just about as much as any sport. I just could not let somebody bitch slap me like that.
Yeah, not me. I couldn't. I have a lot more respect for myself to not get slapped, and because if you get knocked out, what's the point of even doing it in the first place? For a lousy, well, I don't know, it's lousy, but $1,000, $2,000, I don't think they're getting paid a lot, you know?
No, I met a power slap. I met one of the competitors on power slap as a girl, but man, this girl had some like high cheekbones type. Like she didn't look like she was any princess. I mean, she was good looking, but she just didn't look like a princess at all, man. So There's a certain tenacity that you have to be able to do that, and toughness.
Yeah, you just gotta have a good jaw and like practice or conditioning for that type of thing. I don't know. It's kind of wild.
I'm telling you, man. I'm just I'm just happy that somebody like you does a sport that allows you to do damage, but also attempt to protect yourself from damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather do something like this because in the end it'll make me, I don't know. It won't let me get all beat up like it does those other sports.
No, I wish you the best of luck in it, man. Whew. You know, is there anything you want to talk about before I let you go? Anything you want to talk about?
Uh
Since we don't really have nothing to promote right now, is there anything you want to get off your chest?
um yeah, I want to give a shout out to Chais Velasco, the guy I fought. He's from Ogden, Utah. Um just good, well-rounded fighter. I wish I could have done more to like be in there, but I'm I'm hoping there's another fight coming up pretty soon, around August, if I'm not mistaken. Also, big shout out to my two badass aunties, Tanya Azure and Jamie St. Mark's. They do the running around for me, my sponsoring, all the big stuff behind the scenes, print out my shirts, make my logos. They do everything for me while I'm at work because I do work full time. Um, And another two shout outs, my little brother, Dallas Helton, and my homie Kobe Wilkerson.
Very good, man. Well, I didn't want to hold you up too long. I appreciate you coming on again. Hey, let me know if you want to come on again soon. You let me know. Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, I'll shoot you another message on Instagram. We'll get back to it, and I hope to hear from you soon, man.
All right, man. You take care of yourself, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Hank Russell Invitation. My main man, Mr. Dakota Highpine, man. I hated things didn't work out for him in the last fight, but man, you see that he's not giving up. So
Yeah,
this has been,
perseverance. We're gonna come back.
yes, this has been the Hank Russell Invitation. Y'all have a pleasant evening.